A young girl showed up at his doorstep in the dead of night. Soaked, scared, and silent. He didn't ask who she was. He just opened the door. But when the truth came out about who she really was, it didn't just change his life. It shook the entire country. Asterisk, it had been raining all day. Not the gentle kind of rain that kissed the flowers and whispered on rooftops, but the relentless kind. The kind that flooded streets, drowned out thoughts, and made even the strongest souls want to curl up and disappear. Inside a modest house on the edge of Maple Street, Darnell Washington stood by the window, arms crossed, watching the storm. The world outside looked gray, but inside the small living room, a warm lamp glowed over one couch where his daughter Amara had fallen asleep clutching her teddy bear, her hope. Darnell was a single father. Lost his wife 2 years ago in a car accident that still haunted his dreams. Since then, he worked 2 jobs by day, a mechanic at Ray's Auto, and by night, he cleaned offices. Every penny went to Amara's school fees, every heartbeat to her happiness. That night, he just sat down, the rest bones aching, heart heavy when he heard it. A knock-dot soft, rhythmic, almost scared. He froze. Who would be out in weather like this? He opened the door, and there she stood. A girl. Maybe 17, maybe 18. Skin pale, hair plastered to her forehead, arms trembling under the weight of wet clothes. "Please," she whispered. I just need somewhere to stay. Just for tonight." Her voice cracked like a broken violin string. Darnell looked at her. Something in his chest twisted, not pity, but recognition. That look in her eyes. He'd seen it before, in his own reflection after the funeral. He didn't ask questions. He simply stepped aside. "Come in, child. You're safe here." Asterisk Darnell gave her a dry towel, one of Amara's old sweaters, and a plate of leftover stew. She barely touched the food but clung to the sweater like it was a lifeline. "I'm Emmy," she said softly. "That's all. No last name. No details, just Emmy." She didn't talk much, but when she saw Amara stir awake, her eyes lit up. Amara, curious and fearless, sat beside Emmy on the couch and offered her teddy bear. "This is Hope," she said proudly. "She helps me when I'm sad." Emmy broke. Tears fell not loud or messy, but slow and surrendering. That night, they didn't speak again. Emmy curled up on the couch beside Amara. Darnell sat at the kitchen table, staring at the clock, wondering who she was. And what she was running from. Asterisk morning came clear and golden. The kind of morning that makes you forget it ever rained. Birds chirped. The house smelled like coffee and eggs. Darnell stepped outside to take the trash out. That's when he saw it. 3 black SUVs rolling slowly down the street. Tinted windows, men in suits, earpieces. The whole thing felt like a movie. They stopped. In front of his house, one man stepped out, holding a photo. "Sir, have you seen this girl?" It was her, Emmy Dopp, but not just Emmy. Her full name, Emerson Langston, the missing daughter of Marcus Langston, the billionaire tech tycoon whose face had been plastered across every news channel for a week. There was a reward, $5 million for her safe return. Darnell's stomach sank. He walked back inside slowly, his heart now a hammer in his chest. Emmy was already standing. She'd heard it. She knew. "They found me," she whispered. Amara clung to her. Darnell didn't move. For a second, the air felt electric charged with a choice he wasn't ready to make. And then he stepped in front of her. "I'll walk you out." Asterisk outside, Marcus Langston himself stood waiting. He didn't look like the media portrayed him: polished, cold, unreachable. He looked like a father, a broken one. The moment Emmy saw him, her shoulders dropped. Not from fear, but from sadness. He stepped forward slowly. "Emmy," she said nothing. Just stared. Marcus looked at Darnell. "Thank you for keeping her safe." Darnell nodded. Didn't do it for thanks. Did it 'cause it was the right thing. The girl who arrived drenched and frightened, had turned out to be one of the richest girls in America. But that night, in Darnell's home, she was just another lost soul looking for shelter. Asterisk. A week passed. News vans packed the street. People called Darnell a hero. Some accused him of knowing who she was. But Darnell didn't care about cameras or rewards. He didn't want the money. He just wanted peace for his daughter and maybe for Emmy. Then one evening, a knock came again. This time, it wasn't rain outside. It was sunshine. Emmy stood at the door. No security, no fanfare. Just her. She hugged Darnell, hugged Amara, and then she handed him a small envelope. Inside was a letter. You gave me a home when I had none, a family when mine felt cold. I'm not running anymore, but I'll always remember the night I felt human again. I left something for Amara. And for you, inside the envelope, a college trust in Amara's name, and enough money for Darnell to open his own auto shop, a dream he buried years ago. More than that, it was the love they'd all found, unexpected, unplanned, uncheckable. Asterisk, they never spoke of class or race or status, just people, just hearts, just pain and healing. Emmy would visit every few months. She and Amara built a bond that not even time could bend. And Darnell, he never told her what to do, never tried to parent her. He just listened, offered advice when asked, gave space when needed, and Emmy would later say in an interview, "The night I knocked on that door, I thought I was just escaping a life I hated. But I found a father figure. I found a home. And that changed everything." Sometimes the greatest riches in life don't come in dollars or diamonds. They come in warm meals, dry towels, and open hearts. One man's act of kindness echoed far beyond one night. Because love doesn't ask questions. It just opens the door.